I don't know if you can see these wild sausages. But they are loving the snow today. We haven't had any fresh snowfall, but... Boys! What are you doing? The truffle snuffling in the snow is very enjoyable to them. They've just been running around the garden like madmen, but this is making me so happy. I don't think we've ever had snow on the ground for this long here. Or maybe not since the beast from the east anyway, but it looks so beautiful. But good morning everyone. I am feeling a lot more refreshed today. I had a bit of a lay-in this morning and I'm having a makeup free day. My skin is already healing. I feel like when you have a release of energy, a release of emotion, especially for me, I always feel like it reflects on my skin. And I just needed to have a good cry last night, and I feel a lot better for it today. My brother is at the hospital with my dad today, so that's a weight off my mind. And we've had a lovely start to the day because I've just been so like chilled in bed. Ali bought me a coffee and now I'm out in the garden. So I thought, seeing as I'm out here and I didn't get to show you yesterday, I'm going to show you the progress with the light well and show you how the oak posts are looking. We've just kind of halted on finishing this area off at the moment just because it's so cold. The guys can't get the concrete to sit properly, so they are currently up in my dressing room laying my new floor. So the new floor will be laid today, and then tomorrow they'll put the skirtings back on, and then Ken will come and will come and touch up the skirtings. But it's obviously all cordoned off at the moment, and I don't know if you can see it because of the sunlight. There we go. But we have oak balustrades going in, so we haven't done these ones yet because they need to be concreted in. These are all going to be secured with new coping stones, and it's just going to be a much softer and more sympathetic finish that's going to sort of blend in with the rest of the garden. This was a design that took a while to come to fruition. We really worked hard on this to make sure that it all looked really lovely. And then we've got our new back door going in, we've got the new shed which we're finalising designs for, and it's just looking absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see the glass go in. We've reused the glass as well, so we've not got any new glass in any way, shape or form. We've reused what we can use, and it will all just slot in to these sections, which is really good. So it'll be safe for the sausages, safe for Lumi, and it will look really nice and rustic but still sympathetic. We have also just finalised a few more bits of lighting to go in the garden as well. I think that the main bulk now, actually tomorrow we're supposed to be having the front of our new gate walls done as well, so that will be nice. That I'll be able to show you that too. I'm going to have a nice chilled day today, but we've also had Gemma here from Hello Petal. It's so lovely because I feel like Gemma's become like a friend, and it's so lovely to have her at the house and to just like share her work with you. But we've just had a bit of a refresh because when we didn't have heating in the house, obviously we had the fireplace on a lot more to keep the living room warm. The garland obviously got quite dry quite quickly, so we've replaced that, and we've also done a new table wreath as well, and just zhuzhed things a little bit. So she's come over and helped with that, so I'm going to give you a bit of an update on that. But I've got some work to do downstairs first, so I'm going to get the sausages in and get to work to finish off my bits of the day. We also have a new floor update which is currently going down. Oh, I think that was my phone. Oops. Well, I completely lied. I ended up actually getting some makeup on my face because I had some work to finish off. I lulled myself into a false sense of security. Now that I've finished off my work, I am finishing off some Christmas chores, which involves writing our Christmas cards, which we had designed and made by an amazing illustrator and artist. We've also got our cleaners here at the moment for the final Christmas clean before Christmas. But it's been a madhouse today, but I wanted to show you the Christmas card designs. Hopefully I've got, yeah, both different ones that I can show you without smudging the gold pen. But this is one of the designs. So we've gone for the gold kind of foiling on the lettering, and then a picture of the gates and Porty, Barclay and Lumi. And then of course a trusty Defender with Lumi sat on the bonnet and Porty and Barclay sat to the side, again with the gold foiling. And these were custom designed, and I love them. They look so festive. We always like to do something a little bit bespoke for Christmas cards, and we've gone for a really lovely rich kind of heritage green colour for the envelopes with wax seals as usual. I'll show you one of the wax seals when we go downstairs, but they are absolutely lovely. So I'll link her Instagram in the description box down below so you can check out her other work as well, because she's an amazing artist and she does these incredible murals which look so beautiful. We have also had Gemma here from Hello Petal refreshing the table decor for Christmas. I'm actually probably going to try and lay a bit of a festive table in prep because we're going to have people over tomorrow, and I just think this looks so lovely. We've got one of our beauty pie candles in the hurricane jar, but we just gave this a bit of a refresh because it needed to have some life breathed into it, I think. I'm going to keep spritzing it though because it makes it last so much longer. So if you're on the hunt for something for your Christmas table decor, then Gemma will have these that if you want to get something like last minute and just add it to your basket. I just think it makes a really good option because it's nice and low level, nice and rustic, but still festive and beautiful. I love it. This little munchkin is on the sofa and I think he thinks I'm going to tell him off, but I never tell you off on here. You can stay on the sofa, my love. You're not doing anything naughty. You can have that sofa. And Gemma has also come and refreshed the fireplace surround as well, and she's popped some more feathers in and it just looks so gorgeous. Just cascading off the side, nice and undone, and then we've got the feathers in there as well. Just a bit of a refresh. At the moment though, we're waiting for our log delivery. I'm really hoping that we're going to get some logs for Christmas because we've not been able to have a fire for a few weeks now because we've run out of logs. So waiting on him to drop those bits off today. Oh my goodness me, my home is my sanctuary again. Everyone has left. The candles are lit, Christmas carols are playing, and it is so nice to have my home back. Today has been wild because we literally have tomorrow and then we're breaking up for Christmas. Everyone is kind of getting all of the Christmas presents ready to be sent tomorrow, and it's just been the busiest day. We then also had Vic, the carpenter, inside doing my floor. I'm going to take you upstairs and show you that as well. I also wanted to show you this that arrived from the lady that did my Christmas cards as a little kind of thank you. Her name is Ria May, if you want to. I realised I didn't mention it in the last clip that I showed you of her. But she's just the most incredible artist, and she's done these beautiful pieces. So obviously that is Porty and Barkley, and I actually don't think she could have captured their expressions any better. Like, I've always wanted, Porty's ears go like little, it's like he's got a bob, and then Barkley's got like very pronounced ears with a little bit of fluff. Haven't you? You're literally stood identically. And then we also got Lumi as well, so I think I'm going to take these to be framed over the Christmas holidays in a really lovely old frame and get these up around the house, because why the bloomin' hell not? So I thought I'd show you the current situation. It's actually not that bad up here, to be honest with you. It's not as bad as when it was Ali's dressing room, and Ali's dressing room is still being finished off, but I've had to clear out all of my boots, and obviously both doors are off of my dressing room. But as you can see through here, it is so much cozier. Like, if I actually frame it a bit better so you can't see the bit, look how warm and cozy that is. I actually think that the color of the floor is just, it's making it less bluey in here, which is so nice. I'm so happy. The only thing that I'm sad about is I think that Ali got all of the knots. I think that Vic said that he found one knot and he was going to try and put it over here, but at the moment I can't see it. But it is looking so wonderful, so much more homely. It's just fantastic seeing it all come together. But he's covered it up all really lovely, and I actually think my grandma's quilt is going to be really lovely in here as well. He's promised me that tomorrow it will be finished off. He's going to finish off laying the floor, and then he's going to get the skirtings on, and then Ken and Graham are going to come and touch up my skirtings, and it will be like it never happened. Then obviously the next part will be to change the shelving situation. I've messaged Andy, our other carpenter, to find out if I can get my hands on the rails so that I can have my own little display unit like Ali has, which I'm looking forward to as well. I've had my step cousin, basically she's come on as a Christmas temp, just to help out with all of like, more of like a sort of, I don't know, not like, I don't know how to explain her role, but she's super helpful. You can hear the sausage dogs being walruses. Basically, I've had my step cousin helping over Christmas, and she is Iranian, so she's from my stepmom's side of the family. She's Iranian, and her mum is a dream as well. And one of the things that she's been doing is when I've been too busy and when we've had like really busy days, like Ali's out at the moment, he's on his way back, I've got stuff to do around the house. She has basically been cooking us dinner, which has just been the most helpful thing and also the most wonderful thing, because we've been getting to enjoy some of my favorite Iranian dishes like Jeresh Kapolo, which I have an order being delivered of this tonight, so I'm so excited for that as well. Also, if you're wondering what jumper I've got on, it's my Lily silk one, so I'll link that in the description box down below. Super cozy, warm and cashmere, because it's still icy outside. Oh my gosh, these dogs, literally kamikaze. It's still snowy and icy outside. I feel like I don't get to show you half of what is going on at the moment because it gets dark so quickly. But yes, it's still icy and very wintry outside, and it is quite cold, which I'm enjoying. I'm actually loving this weather, but then I don't really have to go lots of places, so I don't mind. Like, I've not been to London this week because there's been rail strikes and I missed out on the Cellier lunch, which was really sad, but it was literally the same day that I was going to see my dad as well, so in reality I wouldn't have been able to do both. And I've spoken to my brother today. My dad he's been weaned off of some of his medication. He's now on oxygen, which apparently is just a normal precaution. But he sent me the loveliest message today. And it's probably gonna make me cry if I tell you, but basically the end of it was like, I know I tell you all the time, but I'm so proud of you and I love you very much. And I was like, Dad. But yeah, so I'm waiting for Ali to get home now. We're gonna have some dinner. I've got my last piece of sponsored content for the year to just wrap up and edit in, but I am getting to work with one of my favorite brands ever. I actually can't believe that this is happening. Like, you're gonna have seen it already go out, but I get to work with Dalesford. I'm probably gonna have swooned so much in the video as well, but working with Dalesford is like on my vision board, and so it's really exciting for that to have actually come. So I'm going to finish off tweaking some bits of that and crack on with my evening, and I can't stop admiring my nails. See how different they look in that light versus like when you put it in a light like this. Is that different? It doesn't really look that different, but it looks so different when you put a light on it, okay? Oh, and what I haven't told you is that tomorrow is going to be an even busier day, because we have the electrician here putting in the final bits of lighting in the garden. We have the front gate entrance being finished off. We have the floor being finished off upstairs. We have a lot of people here tomorrow, and tomorrow is the last vlog of Vlogmas. It's also going to be our Christmas party, and we've got Carrie, her partner, Alex, all staying here. We've got friends booking into hotels, like people, it's literally like, we've got a wild one tomorrow. Hello, Lummy. Hi, Angel Puffin. The other thing I haven't told you is that we've had a little bit of a change of structure. I have been on at Ali for quite a while, not on at him. I think that we love Lumi so much, and she got very disrupted when we got Porty and when we got Barkley. She like had a little bit of time where she got disrupted. And so what we always did was kept this bedroom as hers. But one of the things that we've always wanted to do is have the boys in the bedroom, not have them sleeping in the kitchen. We wanted to have them moved into the bedroom with us. And over the past week, as sort of incentivized by one of my friends, we took the plunge and started trying it. And she was a little bit, on the first night, she was a bit sort of like, what is going on? Why are they in the bedroom? They're not on the bed with us. That is still very much Lumi's bed, and that won't ever happen. It is Lumi's bed. She just lets us sleep in it. But they are kept safe, and they're so much better behaved. I actually can't believe it. So we're now on like we're quite a while into it now. I didn't want to jinx it by telling you guys too soon, but we have this new setup now, which is making me really happy and just makes me feel like I've got all of my sort of like family in one room, and it just makes me feel really lovely and safe. So yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe she's allowed it. I honestly never thought I'd see the day, but we've adapted it. We've made sure that she was given lots of treats and just, yeah, really kind of kept calm. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on with my evening. Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, it feels like I have not picked up this camera in forever. I feel like we need a bit of a catch up, to be honest with you. I am just doing my hair, although I'm doubting that my hair is going to withstand the absolute gale force winds that are currently ripping through where we live. The snow has melted, which is making me very sad on like a atmospheric level, but on a work, like around the house, jobs like being done, balustrades being done level, I'm very happy, because it means that they can crack on with the balustrades outside. Now you might be looking in the the mirror there, and seeing the new floor down. I obviously have that to show you and update you on as well. It's probably a bit echoey in here, but just to let you know that I'm okay. My video where I went to see my dad hasn't gone out yet, so I don't know if any of you would be worried or whatever, but yeah, I think it knocked me for 6. And I just needed to take a few days to like just process it, and I really wasn't prepared for that at all. I think that sometimes when you go to the hospital, they like prepare you. This is what Ali's stepmom was saying, is that they prepare you mentally. I just, you know, I was just gonna come in and just look after him for a day, and then I don't think I was ready. I hadn't like understood the enormity of what he was having done, and it just shocked me a little bit. And I had a couple of like really quite difficult down days, but the good news is he came out of the intensive care like facility. He came out, I think on Friday or Saturday, and I really was not expecting him to be home yet, but we picked him up. Ali and I went and picked him up from the hospital yesterday and brought him home, which was actually, again, almost quite shocking, because I wasn't expecting him, after the way that I saw him on the Wednesday, I wasn't expecting him to be as sort of healed. Like, genuinely, the body is an amazing thing. Seeing him like walking towards my car, I thought he'd be in a wheelchair. I mean, he probably should have been in a wheelchair, but my dad is my dad, and that's just the way he is. But he, you know, was up, he wasn't hallucinating anymore. And so it's just really, really good. And I'm glad he's home, and I'm just hoping that he's now like fully on the mend. But yeah, I was in a really, really sad place for a while, because I think it just makes you realize, doesn't it, how like easy it is to lose people in that capacity, and how fragile the current state of your life really is. And I think that's always, it's a good reminder. It's definitely a good reminder that, you know, like to take gratitude and appreciate the people that you have in your life, which definitely it did with me, for my dad, etc. So I'm just, yeah, I was just a little bit knocked for 6, and I took a few days off. Had a little duvet day on Saturday and just chilled and recouped. And I'm back on my A game today, so it's all good. We're actually heading down to London for a Christmas shopping trip. We tried to go before, when was it, when we were at the Savoy, but we had like a wild night the night before, and we just decided that let's just enjoy the fact we had the wild night, and we'll go another day. So we're going down today. Sadly, the weather is not that great, but I'm sure it will be lovely. We've got Ken and Graham here today because they are painting in my skirtings. I'll give you an update on that. We've also got the guys out the front working on the entranceway. So it's a busy old day whilst we are down in London. I also watched the Meghan and Harry documentary, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who was kind of very respectful when I talked about this in my previous video. I watched the last 3 episodes. It's really funny, I can't remember who it was, but someone said to me like, oh well, when you watch the last 3 episodes your opinion might change. My opinion is only like strengthened by watching the last 3 episodes. I don't know how anyone can watch that documentary and not be just moved and ashamed of the British media in that capacity. it's just like, even now I'm just in utter shock. And the thing is that I always say things like this, and people like almost scoff at it, but on the tiniest grain of sand capacity, I really feel like I can relate. Like, bear me out, I know I'm not like in any way, shape or form, in any way near her level, but I can relate in terms of having experienced the media. In fact, I experienced them very recently, and there are a few notes that I took down, really like powerful quotes. The thing that really sort of struck me by what she said the truth didn't matter, the clickbait did. And you have to remember that when these stories are being printed and when they're like coming out and journalists are writing these things, they have this agenda. And the agenda is that they want to make as many people click on something so that they can charge the biggest amount of ad revenue that they possibly can, because they have that traffic. So there is an agenda. So they have to walk this line of getting people onto their sites, not breaking any laws, but creating enough hysteria to really like get the response that they want and drive their readership up. So what you're being fed by a lot of these things often isn't true. Sometimes it may have some truth, but there is like many nuances to it and different sides and what have you. And I'm not saying that their side and what they've said is the exact side. We can't hear from the palace, but we can hear from them. And I'm just so grateful that they did this very vulnerable and scary and frightening thing and chose to tell their side of the story, because I know from many of the situations that I have found myself in my life where I've got this audience, it's nowhere near as big as their audience. Like, I think 81 million people have tuned in so far to watch the first 3 episodes. Not the same, but I can relate, I can understand that in my career, I have had one time where I've made the British media, and do you know how many years of therapy and life coaching and preparation I had to do in order to just be able to get through that one time. And for her, it's like every day. Every single day her face is on the front page. Every single day there are lies, there are misinterpretations, misunderstandings, things that she can't speak out about. And it took me years and thousands of pounds in life coaching and all of those things just to be able to get through one instance. And if that doesn't, like, for me, it's like, if I don't know how she's still here. I don't know how she is still alive, because I think that any normal person that can understand the ferocity and the fear is the main thing. When she said that she was scared, I instantly could relate to that as well, because ever since my career began, I've had certain things said to me, and it's a frightening position to be in. It's a frightening position, and yet it just happens. And when people in the media say things like influencers are the worst people in the world, like, you know, forget all of those criminals out there. No, influencers are the worst people in the world. What that does is that plants a seed in very impressionable minds that these people really are awful people. So when people say this about Meghan and Harry, and they say these awful things about them, like, I think someone said that, in fact, I think it was Jeremy Clarkson said that she was worse than Rose West. What does that even mean? Like, she's a mum, she's a good person, she's not broken any rules, she's not broken any laws, she's never been to prison, she's done wonderful things for people, so much good. And you think she's worse than a serial killer? I can't, with the fact that A, that's allowed to be printed, it's disgusting, and B, that people even think that way. I could never think that way. I could never think that way about a person that I don't know. And you have to ask yourself, is this really the way that I think? Or have I just been subliminally fed these messages and just, you know, read a flash in the pan title from the Daily Mail or something like that makes me think, oh my God, what a dick. Like, why would she do that? Like, I even saw this clip about her being like, oh my God, Beyonce just texted me, and I was like, oh God, why have you said that? And actually, in context, She just released the biggest interview she's ever made of her life, and that was someone reaching out to her that she respected, showing her support and standing by her. But because it was taken out of context, I initially went, oh my God, cringe. But context is everything. Truth is everything. And I'm so grateful to them, A, for allowing us a window into their lives in that capacity. It was so lovely seeing their love story and their life together, and how much they clearly care, and also how strong Harry is and how much he makes the decisions, and all of that narrative around her stealing him away and all of that stuff. Just bollocks, pardon my French. It just isn't anything. And it's so amazing for me because I can sit here and it makes me realize how far my brain has come, because I'm able to love them and send them love and, you know, just be really happy for them while still loving the royal family and being really, you know, supportive of them. I don't have to choose. It's not Meghan or the royal family. It's not Meghan or Kate. You can appreciate people and not pit them against each other. And that's a really mature thing to be able to do. You don't have to pick sides, because you don't know enough to be picking sides. Even after watching this, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden I jump ship and I'm on Harry and Meghan's side. I just don't know enough, but I'm really grateful to have had the insight that I can have, to still be able to say, still good people, they've still not hurt anyone, they've still not broken any laws, and they're still doing all of this good in the world. What a wonderful thing. So anyway, lots has happened over the past few days, and we had our work Christmas party as well. We finished for the holidays. I was hoping to have finished vlogging, but because I decided to take some days off for me, I'm vlogging into the next week, but I'll just drop some bits in to edit up and continue on and just get ready for Christmas now. We are literally on the home stretch, less than a week until Christmas, and I'm so excited. So today, to finish off this vlog, we are heading into London to do some shopping. We're gonna do some shopping during the day, and then we're gonna go for dinner and drinks with Carrie and her partner, who we just literally friggin' love spending time with. It's our anniversary today as well. Both Ali and I exchanged cards this morning. I think both of our gifts for each other haven't arrived. It's it's the year of wood, and so we've asked for different things. I've asked for some artwork to be framed, and he's asked, I think, for an antique pizza thingy for the pizza oven. So lots of stuff basically going on in this vlog, but I need to get myself dressed because Ken and Graham in here painting my skirtings. I'm going to show you this situation now before I head out of here, just so you can see. So over this side, you can see how warm and lovely this floor looks. Unfortunately, another sad thing, which I'm going to get to the other sad thing, I don't think I got a single knot in my floor. So Ali got all of the wonderful butterfly knots and I didn't get a single one, which really, really upset me because I loved those. It's pretty much why I went for the floor. But this is the high clear floor from Jack Evie, and this is an engineered wood floor, nice and battered and rustic, and it just adds an element of warmth into the room. But I'm going to show you the issue that we've had. I walked upstairs and I was like, well, that's not right. That's a completely different floor. And it had been laid. I'm really grateful that our guy Vic, oh no, I do have a knot. I've got a knot here. Yeah, I've got one. Okay, perfect. But the guy who's laying our floor, Vic, who's also working on our balustrades, he got the floor down so that obviously I was able to use my room, because these are all made like to order. So we're going to be waiting a few weeks. So he did the right thing, 110%. But we're going to have these floorboards taken up and replaced. The people at Jack Evie have agreed to do so. So that's really good as well. But it kind of goes the whole stretch down here. You can see Ken and Graham's bits and pieces, but it's just a bit bizarre. It goes all the way into this cupboard here, and it's just one of those things, unfortunately, that you don't know until you get it open and out, but it will be sorted. But today, all of my skirtings, my new skirtings, are being decorated in. These ones won't be corked and sealed because they'll have to come off when they relay. But that is basically where we're at in here until we take these shelves out. But it's all coming along nicely. very, very nicely, apart from that. It will get sorted, and it's really just minor when, you know, I then head off to my dad's and he's in hospital and I'm just like, I literally couldn't care less about my floor. It will be sorted. So yeah, all good. So I'm going to get myself dressed and ready to head to London for a wonderful festive day in the city. Well, the dressing room has been taken over, so I'm trying to show you my outfit of the day in the kitchen. I am wearing my Emilia Wickstead coat, which I wore the other day. I've got my Emilia Wickstead chocolate jumper dress underneath. Then I've got an Amazon little cashmere scarf, 100% cashmere, which is beautiful. I've got my Fairfax and Favour gloves. Birkin 30, clementine and mint headband because it's miserable outside, and I think if my hair ends up getting messed up, at least this will kind of keep it in check. I'm hoping anyway. Should be nice and warm. I've got tights on, my little Amazon cozy ones, and I've just called our car to come and pick us up as well, but I've been kicked out of my dressing room. For the rest of the day, these two sausages they prefer to sleep on the floor. Look at them. Because there's a little hot pocket. Look at you two. Your bed is right there. Your bed is right there, and yet you're lying on the nice warm floor. What can we do to make that more comfortable? Because if we put something down for them, like a bed, it doesn't get as warm. Maybe if we moved their bed onto it, but I think they just prefer lying directly on it. Dogs are so funny.
Inside. Oh, I know where we are. Anyway, first stop, Big Bells, Babylon.
We are in New and Lingwood, which does the most spectacular pyjamas. Ali is shopping for a coat, but I'm desperate for him to get one of those dressing gowns over there.
So this is a different style to that one.
Yeah, I like the longer one because you don't have any long coats.
No, well.
Really? Very smarty pants. Oh, you look so smart.
So obviously I need to have the sleeves sorted on it. But...
Also, this is exactly what I want to put in Ali's dressing room. I can't believe that we've walked up here and seen this. It is fantastic.
Yeah, because obviously I wouldn't be wearing clothes with this normally.
Ali's just trying on this absolute, oh wow. Oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh, I love it. This is probably my favourite part of London. All of these old shops. We're going to go and have a look in Turnbull and Astor whilst we wait for our taxi to arrive. But look at these Christmas lights. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, that suit's gorgeous. Okay, we've just finished up at the, what are they called? At the arcades, and we're now heading to Sloane Street. Oh, look at the Ritz. The Ritz always looks so Christmassy. We do have to do like a dinner and dance there. Jeff was telling me about the other ones that they've been to, and he was like, it's just amazing. So we do have to go there. We are just heading over to Hermes now. I'm just going to go and see what their new season stuff is like. I haven't bought anything yet, but Mr. Millen Gordon has bought quite a few bits, which is lovely. And then we're going to go and meet our friends for festive drinks and dinner. Yes, please.
It's here?
Yeah, this is fine, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, we've finished up at Hermes on Sloane Street. I actually really love that store. It's weird. I also really love the Chanel on Sloane Street as well. I just find the whole, I don't know, maybe the experience is just different, but I love it there. So we went in there, and actually we spent a lot of time because Ali put a wish in for his own Birkin and Kelly, obviously a present for me. And we just tried lots of different things whilst we were there, and I also tried this perfume that they had, which is actually a child's perfume, but it was the most beautiful perfume I think I've ever smelled. It's I can't remember what it's exactly called, but it's very, very light, very floral, a very spring me fragrance. So I'll open that with you when I get home because it was an unexpected purchase. But we're just heading now to the Marylebone Hotel to meet our friends, to have some food and some drinks, which is going to be lovely because I'm hungry and I've had one glass of champagne in Hermes and I'm already a bit woohoo. And we're out for festive drinks. and we've settled on the Langham. Just finished up dinner, but it wasn't very good, so we're heading in. Good morning, everyone. It is a madhouse in our house, and I was the world's worst vlogger yesterday because I was actually really tired. Alex, you don't have to stand outside of the shot, you can sit down.
I just don't want to get in the way.
You won't get in the way, you sit down. I'm obviously having my nails done again, and Alex has got more of this gel by Bird. So we've got the green colour, we've got navy, and we've got gold, and I actually don't know which one to choose, so I'm going to show you all three. But these are my Christmas nails. These are the last festive and New Year nails of the year, so I have to, whatever I choose, that's it.
Do you have plans for New Year's? And what are you wearing if you do?
I was thinking of wearing the two-piece thingy that I wore on the Belmont Pullman the other day.
Oh, nice. So you could go anywhere with it.
Yeah. Right, I am now up and ready for the day, and I have a fresh set of nails done by Alex. Can you see them? Come on, show them. There we go. I don't think they look that good here. Hold on. I kind of have to get it in a good light to show you, but this is more of a goldy colour. So the other one had a pinky kind of pewtery undertone, whereas this one is a bit more champagne gold. This is just the perfect festive nails. I'm so happy. I was really torn between the green and the blue. I'll see if I can insert a picture of those in my into the video so I can show you, but it's this new company called Bird, and they just look fantastic, and I'm so happy. These literally look like pave diamonds. I'm obsessed. Today has been a manic day at the house, but I actually feel like I'm going to have lots to show you as we are now one video away from finishing Christmas with the MGs 2022, which has been an emotional roller coaster, and I want you to know that I'm feeling much better today. I don't know if I've updated you in other videos, but I am in my dressing room today, basically organising bits and pieces and kind of moving back in. Obviously, I showed you my floor and the situation. Well, yesterday, Ali was actually in here removing some of my shelves. I need to order some rails because I just thought I'd show you a sneak peek of how it's going to look, basically. So obviously at the moment these are protruding because I'm just hanging them on the top of the shelves. These will be set back nicely. I don't think I'm going to have all jackets like Ali's. I think I'm going to feed in some cashmere and bits and pieces like that. It's going to do wonders for the acoustics, which I'm really, really happy about. But also just make it a bit more functional in here, and also remove the need to have like everything on show and just have loads and loads of things like shoes. I have a lot of different shoes because I generally wear quite a lot of them, but for the most part, this is how it's gonna be, but I'm gonna soften it with some like cashmere bits and pieces. Actually today as well, the floor has arrived, but it's not gonna be able to be fitted now until after Christmas. I think it'd just be too much in order to do that at this stage. So yeah, I can live with it like this. It's really just, it's just one of those things. I'm just glad to have my floor back, and Ken and Graham have now painted in the new skirting, and it's all kind of coming together. A very brief blip in here, but I'm really loving this and loving the removal of the shelves. I just think it's going to make it so much easier and softer in here, which makes me very happy. We also have had our new back door fitted today. I think Ali thought I was mental on this one, and then the moment that he saw it, he was like, oh, now I get it. It looks so good down there. They're kind of finishing bits and pieces off, so I'll show you that as well. I have a Zoom call in about 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to get myself set up for that. And hopefully once I've had my Zoom call, we can just come up here and do some organisation. The front of the house is also almost completely finished. I'll try and give you as much of a sneak peek of that as I can. And we're just kind of wrapping things up, pardon the pun, in the sort of run up to Christmas. So today what we want to do is make sure we've got our shopping list sorted, because we're going to go and need to do a food shop, and just making sure that everything is like planned and we're on the same page with the running of things for our Christmas day. I'm honestly looking so forward to this. At the moment we're trying to hunt down a sausage roll, because a sausage roll is one of the traditions that we've definitely stolen from Ali's dad and stepmom, and we didn't manage to order one on our shop, unfortunately, so we're going to go and hunt of a good sausage roll, and we need to just get some veg. Obviously I've got my carrots from the kitchen garden, and just get planning for the day, which should be lovely. Everyone has finished in our office, like I've told you already, and it's just it's a bit calmer in that kind of way, but we do have a lot of workmen here at the moment. But the balustrades should be finished this week, if not the balustrades being finished today and the new copings needing to be finished like on another day this week. I think the guys are going to move over there, but lots happening. The only thing that isn't happening is our shed. Our shed is not happening before Christmas, which is very sad. No greenhouse for me in the winter. It's a good job I didn't plant anything, because otherwise I would be a little bit lost without my little safe haven. I've also whitened my teeth. If you're looking at my teeth thinking, Lydia, they look very white, I did a little spotlight whitening strip with the little this morning, and just kind of got myself feeling more like myself. I feel like there's a certain protocol when you've had a bit of a like knock sideways that you need to do. I remember one of my old therapists used to call it like your what did she call it? It was like your emergency like procedure or something. When you get knocked from your usual rhythm and your usual like energetic level, you need to have all of the things that you know contribute to how you feel. So hard to keep doing those things, but like eating well, exercise, getting out in nature. Like I think getting out in nature for me is such a huge one, and I notice that when I'm like a bit of a hermit, I don't get outside, and I feel it so much. I have to stop doing that. As you can see, lots of carnage in the hallway, but this is our new stable back door with a beautiful oak, I think they call it a plinth, but I'm not too sure, which isn't going to be painted in. Obviously we've had a new cat flap put in, which we're actually going to have painted in as well, but this was a door that I've wanted to put in. I think I'm going to put one on the front door as well, but oh my gosh, I am just in love with it. It is so beautiful, and it really has transformed how it feels down at this end of the corridor, and it's actually given me a great excuse to give this a bit of a tidy up, because honestly a boot room gets so busy and so messy. So I'm going to pop everything, I'm not going to pop everything back on, but what we are going to do is keep it a little bit less cluttered. I think as much as it is very functional, we want it to look nice as well, and it's such a great space. And I can also show you, as you can see out here, all of our glass balustrades are going in. Obviously it looks very messy down at the bottom. These black iron supports will be covered by coping stones, but it just looks so wonderful. Oh my gosh. And I can also show you that we've got our sausage dog proof fencing in, so you might not be able to see it quite so clearly, but we have, oh hello Lummy. I bet it's not Lummy proof. I'm sure you've figured out a way to get past. Bless her. We've got little wires that have been painted the same colour as the estate. You see you getting through there, as the estate gates. So this is now sausage dog proof, which is amazing. So that's finished. Obviously no shed for obvious reasons. We're going to be waiting until the new year for that. But if you come round here, my goodness, this is just starting to look so different round here. It is blooming lovely, and all of the things that I've said that I've wanted to do for such a long time are coming to fruition. I think we're probably going to change this light here, and we're also probably going to get a little pot to go here just to cover up all of that. The stable door is in. This will be painted. It's got the most beautiful oak little threshold plinth, and then we have our oak balustrade system all in and waiting for the copings, which should probably be done tomorrow. The copings will mean that they are sausage dog proof as well. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, when I look over here it just looks so incredible. I can't wait for this to come down, this little orange fencing. You might be wondering why we kept the spiral staircase. We were going to put an oak staircase in. We did think about changing it to an oak staircase and having it run down, but we realised that actually when you're down there, it's quite a sympathetic staircase, and you don't actually want a big oak staircase in there because it will take up so much space. It will very like much take your eye, and we're just going to paint the staircase the same colour as what we're going to paint down there, which is the same colour as my greenhouse, which is the same colour as the door, and I think it will be a lot more sympathetic. Hello Lulu, you coming to see your mummy? Hello my gorgeous girl. So yes, this is how it's looking at the moment. Just very, very lovely, and it's just amazing seeing everything that you see Ali working. Just seeing it all come together, and the glass is super sympathetic still, so it means that we get the light, but the oak just looks so wonderful. Gosh, it is all coming together. So the door is complete and it just looks so phenomenal. As I mentioned, this is going to be painted in so that it matches the colour of the door, so it's a bit more sympathetic. I obviously can't play around with it yet because it's all been freshly siliconed and touched up, but it looks so gorgeous. This is the same colour as my greenhouse, and it's what we're going to be doing all of the doors and everything in. I now have to restock the boot room with everything that it needs. I've got a little Lumi with muddy paws who's just walked all over the floor, but I'm gonna start putting this back together. You're gonna help, aren't you? Off, please. I think it's this view with the green of the tartan on the little bench here with the new door. It just looks so wonderful, and also with the sort of tongue and groove style along with the tongue and groove style of the boot room. It's just working very, very lovelily. We just need to restack the wood under here, but it's looking so nice. But this is my favourite thing, this new solid oak threshold again on this side. It looks so wonderful. Lumi's enjoying her cat flap because it seems to be a lot lower, which she's enjoying. One of the things that I've just received is from the Elizabeth Arden team, of course, a Daylesford hamper, because they know me very, very well. Again, you would have seen that a tree is planted for every hamper sold. I believe you can get the hampers any time of year as well, so it isn't just a Christmas thing. You can make up a lovely hamper any time of year. But this one, oh, this looks like it has something for the doggy doos. They're gonna love this. Little champers for the dogs. Good boys, you had some champagne. Oh my goodness, a new toy. Oh, thank you, Paula. Thank you, Lavanna. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, I love my champagne. I'm a very, very, very spoiled little boy. Yay! All of the doggies watching this go mad. So this is my Christmas present from the girls. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I showed you, but I put my headband on because loads of the front of my hair. I tried a new tool. I bought that T3 44mm waver, and it's not as good as my Babyliss one in terms of like holding the style, and also it definitely ripped out some of my hair, which is not great. But I thought I'd unbox this little Christmas gift with you because it's from my faves. But we've also got some Daylesford organic biscuits for afternoon tea. Oh wow! Oh, so I think they made this up a little bit. Christmas sporty. Come on. Christmas spiced Stilton. This one's from Fortnum & Mason. Wow, that's going straight in the fridge. Ali's gonna love that. In fact, that is what we're going to have probably pre-Christmas. Then we have some organic milk, chocolate, and golden honeycomb thins. We have some rosemary and sea salt nuts. Of course, oh, I've gone out of focus. This camera is not having it at the moment. of course, some 8-hour cream to get us through the colder months. And we have some of the Valdo Badene Prosecco. I think I've said that right. I may have butchered that. And, of course, Love by Lou. Such a good word to say. We have a little candle, a little bergamot candle as well. I think that's everything. I had some lovely champagne, and in fact, this is one from the Fairfax and Favour team, which is some champagne with a royal warrant from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So I definitely think I'm going to get this chilling because I quite like to try that. Right, kitchen is clear, hamper is unpacked, and I think I'm going to make us a healthy but tasty and hearty dinner. Obviously, we don't want to be having anything too Christmas-like too early on. And I actually have one of my crown princes that I grew myself left over. So I think I'm going to make just like a bit of a dressing for this, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven. But I'm going to have it with lots of rice, and it should be really delicious. Change of plan. We're doing the Millen Gordon special of pasta, because we don't have any harissa paste, so I'm making something different that I've never made before. Wish me luck, is all I'm going to say. I've got all my favourite little cooking bits and bobs. I've got my Morviel bowl, which I was watching someone on TikTok making something, and they had the smaller one of these, so I think I'm going to have to get the smaller one too. And I've built up my confidence to use Ali's Christmas present from last year, his Blenheim Forge knife set, and I'm feeling a bit more confident using it now. That's good.
You're a bit dangerous putting them there, babe.
I know, I realised that. I mean, all of the Mars bars, and now I'm onto the Milky Ways. The onions are softened and the water is just boiling for the pasta, and we have the Crown Prince in the oven, our oven which the light has gone on sadly, so I can't show you. Maybe a little look. There we go. Oh, a little bit steamy. This is when you know you have the most spoiled sausage in all of the land. He knows his Dalesford organic hamper from all of the others. And he's crying at it because he thinks that he's going to be able to put his snoot in it. Well, you know what Mummy's going to do? She's going to give it to you. There you go. Explore. Explore your hamper. Alright, I'll open it for you as well so you can have a little snuffle inside. You love your Dalesford hampers. Barkley, stop sniffing my bottom, please. Thank you. Go. Go. In you get. Fill your boots. Water, don't destroy it, please. There's nothing in there for you, Porty, I'm afraid. Dinner is served, and I think it's one of those meals that kind of tastes better than it looks, but it looks like it's got lots of goodness in it as well as a good amount of stodge. So this is my crown prince from my garden with sage from my garden. Got some onions, pasta, wine, all of the good stuff.